up for your host, Rashman Rafi!
Hey, good night everybody, and tonight we have an amazing show planned ahead for you. Tonight we have the cast and crew of the upcoming movie, Pan's Labyrinth. And first, we're just going to show you a clip of the trailer of the movie, Pan's Labyrinth.
In a dark time, when hope was bleak, there lived a young girl whose only escape was in a legend that wanted her back. The legend speaks of the lost soul of a princess from another world who will one day be reborn. There will be signs that mark her return. There will be secrets that reveal her destiny. There will be a journey that will make you believe. From Picture House and the imagination of Guillermo del Toro. In darkness, there can be light. In misery, there can be beauty. In death, there can be life. Pan's Labyrinth.
Nice, very good trailer. Now, for our first guest for tonight, we have the most beautiful Lei Sing Chi as the actress Ophelia.
Hello.
Hey, how are you? Yeah. Alright, Ophelia, first of all, I'd like to congratulate you on the stunning performance
Thank
as
you.
the actress Ophelia. Beautiful, all-rounded you are.
Thank you.
First question I have for you is reality or fantasy? Now, the movie obviously portrays two different sides. A very real and boring side, or a fantasy world, the underworld. So, which side did you believe?
Oh well, about this, since this is a fiction movie, I personally would like to believe that Princess Moana and the fawn and everything that exists in the underworld, they're all true. But we all know that's not going to happen anyway.
Yes, that's right. Though, moving on. For a 10-year-old girl, Ophelia is rather brave and courageous, isn't she? She does a lot of stuff that boys today, at her age, wouldn't even dare do it.
Yeah, Ophelia, she has a pretty brave and fearless personality, and she's also a very curious girl, and that is the curiosity in her that actually drives out the bravery in her that makes her complete all she has given by the fall in the end.
That's right. Sorry, I'm gonna have to cut you there, but we're gonna have to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back with Lee Soo-an, the director of Pan's Labyrinth. And here we have the director of the movie Pan's Labyrinth, Lee Soo-an. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on the movie. The premiere of the movie has already gotten wondrous reviews. And my first question for you, Soo-an, is why so violent? The movie displays such graphic display of violence, and I'm sure we and the viewers would like to know why.
Well, basically, I choose this backdrop I used the backdrop during the Spanish Civil War, and we can see the rebels and captain showing authorities, showing power. And in the movie, not everybody and nobody will be safe during the war, right? And basically, in the movie, you can say that the rebels do not have enough supplies such as food, water, or even gunshots or bullets.
That's true.
So it is quite, they were quite scared to attack, although they really wanted to win over Spain again. And for the graphic violence, it is not really a show for children underage.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
And there's a scene, a very vivid scene, where a rebel has been caught by the captain and he's
yes.
being tortured. And I'd just like to know how you emotionally caught the audience's feelings through this scene.
First of all, we told the rebel to stutter.
Stutter, I see.
Yes. This actually shows that the rebel who got caught shows that he is nervous. At the same time, it's a habit for him to stutter.
Yes.
And he also shows that he's a very innocent guy. And so what we do is that we just had a little, how do we say it? It involves some camera angles. Like camera angles where we showed the captain holding hammer, hitting him from the back. This, we do not want to make the movie too brutal. So we film it from the back, and we also filmed the tools that the captain was going to use to torture him.
Alright. And as the director, I have to ask you. The movie has two different sides, which is the more morbid and sad side, or the more joyful and dreamland. So, I want to ask, which side are you?
I will have to go to the dark side.
Dark side?
Yeah.
Oh.
Basically, it involves a little of my personal life where I do imagine stuff and I do see things in my room. And so I started putting this into a movie. I wanted to make this into a movie and let everybody know what happened and what is in this world. And let's just say I got this idea slightly from, example, The Chorus of Narnia and Alice in Wonderland. As you can see, there's a real life person and an imaginary side of it.
Alright, we'll be right back with the scriptwriter of this movie, Kevin Nair. And we're back with the scriptwriter of the upcoming movie, Pan's Labyrinth, Kevin Nair. So, Kevin, first of all, once again, like I've told your cast and crew, such a spectacular job on that movie.
Thank you.
I'm sure more awards are to come for that movie.
Yes.
My first question for you tonight would be, what inspired you to come up with all these abnormal and weird characters such as the frog and the pale man?
Wow, that is a very good question. Well, when I was a little kid, when I was a child, I mean, in the movie, I portrayed Ophelia as a child who had, a wild imagination, where they believe that such things exist and all that. This actually came from my so-called personal childhood experience when I was lucid dreaming about all these creatures, and I actually had a little, those books where some children keep
kept your drawings and kept your dreams in there?
Yeah, I recorded all my dreams inside that book.
It's only a little bit creepy, but move on.
Yeah, and so because of that, I used. I could say I had a good imagination, sort of, to put this into the story of Pan's Labyrinth.
Alright, moving on. Why was it so important for you to put the backdrop of this movie during the Spanish War? I mean, literally you could have chose any other war that the Spanish had been in. But instead, you decided to choose this civil war.
Well, Well, because the movie is Spanish, and that's a big duh.
Yeah, well, that's obvious.
And the reason why I chose the Civil War in specifically is because not I think, but I wanted to eliminate the language barrier. Because if I were to put it in the after World War or something, it'd be like, it's not just between Spain and Spain, but between Spain and other European countries.
Yeah, so they'll get to hire people who speak different languages and see.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the reason why I did that.
So, your story blends elements of mythology and history. What kind of research did you do to write out the script? Or did you do any research at all?
Well, of course, I did did research, not just some, but I did quite a lot, extensive research on this. I incorporated magic realism in this movie, right?
Yeah.
And in magic realism, it's the parallel stories in the sense that the setting is real. It's not like it's a completely different. Spain does exist. Spanish Civil War did exist in 1944. So the history, I put this movie after Spanish Civil War,
Right.
post-Spanish Civil War, and basically the war was fought between those, because Francisco Franco was the dictator, the person in power during that time and even after that time, and then it was fought between them, those who supported him, and those who were the rebels.
Yeah, that's right.
And during that time, in the movie, we see Vidal, a very cold,
Uptight,
yeah,
strict man.
type of captain,
Yeah.
whose army is part of the so-called Franco group, the Francism,
Yeah.
supporters of Francism. And basically, Francisco Franco was a believer of Falangism, which is a very conservative ideology, autocratic sometimes. It can be autocratic. It's an anti-communist, but at the same time, it's also an anti-liberal ideology. And so, to incorporate that into the movie, that's why I put Vidal as the captain of the group that was assigned to eradicate, to get rid of all the rebels. For the mythology part, the fawn. You see the fawn with the green, and the fawn with the goat head, the head of a goat. There's weird stuff like suddenly you see Ophelia goes. You see one part in the underworld where you see a guy with eyeballs on his hands.
Yeah, the pale man.
Yeah, the pale man. Yeah, correct. More on the fawn is he is like the symbol of the god Pan.
Yeah, that's right.
Not the frying pan, but the god Pan.
Okay.
And he is like the god of the nature, god of the wild.
In Greek mythology.
Yes, and in the Labyrinth is like a symbol of that god, And usually what the children know about mythology, but in this case, I put Ophelia as one who reads books, so probably
She read about it somewhere in her
Yeah.
books. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Alright, but we're all out of time. And I'd just like to say it was a very nice and it was a good pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Good night.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and this is your host, Rashman Rafian from The Late Night Show. And this is a bit where the fans ask me questions on the latest upcoming movie, Pan's Labyrinth. Now, the first question that has been given to me is, do you think that Ophelia's character represents a good role model for young people? Why or why not? Now, in my opinion, Ophelia, she's brave. She does stuff I wouldn't do, in all honesty. She's got the curiosity of anything I've ever known, in all honesty. And as a good role model, perhaps, but she's a bit too curious, and that leads to a lot of danger. And you know what they say, curiosity killed the cat. And I wouldn't say she's not a role model. She does add to the. She doesn't look. She makes the generation look much more livelier than it is today. Because a lot of the people of our generation are very antisocial, like myself, unfortunately. Thank you very much. I'll see you again.